You are watching Market Watch, the brief overview of the key events from the world of finance. Each trading strategy takes into account the mood in the stock market to one degree or another, even if you trade exclusively in currency pairs. If the stock market is going through hard times, then the yield on U.S. government bonds will rise, thereby pushing the U.S. currency up. At the same time, the demand for stocks depends on monetary policy. If the Fed does not lower the rate, then the activity of buyers will be very low, and nevertheless investors have already shown their willingness to put up with this. They do not need the fact of the decline itself, but only the hope of easing monetary policy in the future. Such hope can be given not by the Fed itself, but by incoming macroeconomic statistics from the United States. After all, a slowdown in the growth of the world's largest economy will reduce the need for a high interest rate. Finally, the Fed is trying to slow down the economy, while preventing the development of a deep recession. Consequently, the appearance of real signs of a decline in business activity may be the first signal indicating the willingness of the American regulator to lower the rate, even in the more distant future than previously predicted. This is clearly a bearish scenario for the U.S. currency, as any hint of the Fed's willingness to ease policy could trigger a decline in U.S. government bond yields. But the weakening of the U.S. economy may put pressure not only on the national currency, but also on oil. After all, the United States of America remains the largest consumer of oil. Consequently, a decrease in business activity will lead to a decrease in physical demand for oil, thereby significantly reducing the risk of a shortage. Shifting to the cryptocurrency market, one can note its fatigue. The main bearish fundamental factor lies in the absence of a bullish one, in the absence of a reason to buy. In the end, at the moment the price is not so far from the historical maximum, especially considering the cost of Bitcoin, Ether, and a number of other coins at the end of 2023. This is clearly bad news for buyers, but at the same time, it is too early to talk about the willingness of sellers to implement a bearish scenario. It will be possible to talk about it only after the breakthrough of the psychological support level of 60,000. That's all I have. Follow the news carefully and be prepared for all the surprises of the market.